What is up, YouTube? Pink Ruby here, back with, I don't know, something. It's been, what, like a decade? 2 decades? 3 decades? I feel like it's been a while. It has been a while since I recorded. Oh yes, I forgot. I forgot! This game starts a little bit en medias res, which is fancy Latin for all you people who don't know it. Which just basically means, we just start, literally. We're just in the middle of the shit right away. Sorry, I was sticking my headphones in the Wii U gamepad so I had some game audio, because I don't want it to pick up on the mic. The Mount Aleph boulder is going to fall. That's a weird thing, isn't it? Just like, there's just a giant boulder on top of your mountain that, like, you've named, I guess? Whatever. So hey, what's up guys? It's Golden Sun. I said I was going to do this, and here I am doing it. Like I said, the game sort of just starts en medias res, which means in the middle of a story with sort of no introduction. Something not a lot of games do anymore, but I mean, it's fine. So we are Isaac right now, this little child, and these are his parents, Dora and Kyle. One of the interesting things about this fantasy world game, a lot of characters have just normal people names, which is cool. I wish more games would do that. It is what it is. Man, that lightning and thunder sound is really loud in my headphones. I hope it's not that loud in-game. I was checking audio levels. I have the in-game audio turned down to, I swear to God, like 5%, and yet it's still really loud. So I don't know how to fix that. So yeah, I'm not really gonna explain a lot what's going on just yet. There's not really a lot to explain, or that I can explain. Let me in. I hate that the open menu button is the same as the check button. I don't think there's anything to find. Actually, I know there's not anything worth finding, so I'm just gonna leave. It's my boy Garrett. Garrett joined your party. So one thing I haven't obviously shown, because you would have seen it at the very beginning of the video if I did, or I didn't show, sorry, words. You can actually input a code right at the beginning of the game. It's just like a little button press code that allows you to rename all of the major party characters in the game, rather than just Isaac, our silent protagonist. I didn't do it. I don't care. I named Isaac Isaac, and Garrett's gonna stay Garrett, and the rest of the characters gonna stay named what they're named. Bro, why are you stopping? He just said that if your psi energy runs out, the town's gonna be destroyed. Why did you stop to yell at us? We know to go. Can't go that way. So this is funny. If you say yes, he dies. But if you say no... he just gets up. I have decided you are not going to die. So what he was saying there is this boulder broke the fence and now monsters got in. So now we can get into random encounters. We actually do have equipment. We have... Let's see. So if I get in a fight, it's not a big deal. I don't think we either... Yeah. Shoutouts to the battle music in this game, man. It's so good. None of this matters, by the way. I'm just going to throw that out there right now. Our characters are going to die at the very beginning of the game. Then we play as new characters. No, not really. But yeah, none of this really matters. Although, it would be nice if I wasn't getting in so many battles. Oh yeah, I forgot to make that appear when I was still there. Oh no, we can't go this way. Whatever will we do? So one of the interesting things about Golden Sun music is it's one of the very few games that uses, like, it has heavy use of the pan flute, which is really cool, actually. It gives it sort of like a distinct sort of, oh no, Jenna! By the way, that character's name is Jenna. And she's dying. No, wait. Sorry. Felix is dying. That's her brother. I always think it's funny, just be like, nah, sorry, can't help. What do you want me to do? My characters don't have Psi Energy yet. So I guess I'll just jump into that right away for anyone who's never played this game. Psi Energy is essentially just the magic of this game. The characters from Vale here, this town that we're from, they have literally psychic energy, Psi Energy. Part of that allows them to manipulate natural energies, elemental shit. So, like, eventually we'll have what is essentially just magic. And then some of it lets them do things that, like, you know, you'd actually expect a psychic to be able to do, like move objects with their minds, read minds, do shit like that. That's why, the thing is, though, like, they actually, like, they treat it as if, in world, as if there's, like, a certain amount of energy that everyone has, or that, these Psi Energy Adepts, as they're called, have. And if it runs out, you can't use anymore, you have to rest. This doesn't open. It will later, but it doesn't now. It's literally exactly the same as just Magic would be in any other game. Except it allows you to, you know, use other... Oh yeah, can't buy anything. No one's gonna be here, obviously. It allows them, story-wise, to be able to give you other abilities. So, like, watch. So, he's a little child. That's the best he can do. So it's touched upon way later in the game. I probably won't come back here and have it, like, explained, so I'll just explain it now. The going in-world theory is that this village's proximity to Mount Aleph is what gives them their psychic powers, because there's all of these what are called Psi Energy Stones. They apparently radiate a type of energy that gives people... You dead, man? that gives people these psychic powers. So, yeah, so that's what that is. That's a Psi Energy Stone. I actually probably won't be explaining a ton about this game. You're just going to have to kind of watch and see what's happening. I've decided for my last few LPs, my last few recordings, stuff like that, I just kind of prefer to play however I want to play and do whatever I want to do. Why are you stopping to explain this? Go help him. He is dying. Oh no. That's not how boulders work. So for the record, that was Jenna's entire family and also my dad. Alright, so let's go find help. Oh, right. So alchemy. Alchemy is the the other linchpin of this game's story. We use psychic energies to manipulate natural phenomenon, you know, like alchemists do in essentially like in Full Metal Alchemist. To do basically magic. Anyway, this is Mystery Woman and Mystery Man. I know their names, but I'm not going to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it. They're Satoros and Minardi. It doesn't really matter. Like, their names, like, knowing their names is never actually that important. We're not going to win this fight. Hey, look, we're dead. So, what's interesting is, it's actually possible to level up this early in the game. You can just farm low-level enemies for like 2 experience at a time. Level up and then get stronger. But like, there's no point. You literally can't win that fight. If I remember correctly, they're not even programmed to have HP values. So you can never kill them. Anyway, that's the prologue to our story. They did something that caused that massive storm to happen, and then Isaac's father died, Jenna's entire family died. A lot of other people died. Isaac and Garrett did not, in fact, die, despite the fact that we definitely lost that fight real bad. This is a really strange time to bring this up, Jenna. Just out of the blue. Hey, by the way, I haven't asked in 3 years, but what happened? And then you just interrupt his story. Anyway, you can hear that little, like, that wood flute, pan flute sort of instrument in the music. It's really good. It gives it, despite the fact that it's not, very obviously not a orchestral theme, it gives it sort of that orchestral feeling of, like, live instruments, and I really like that. This game has some really good music. Back when Camelot made great games. You're too slow. Jenna the Hedgehog. Was that even necessary? I feel like it would be less effort to just lift it up, like, physically and move it. One other thing you might notice about the game is that despite the fact that the character models are incredibly low-res and pixelated, the actual environments and backgrounds are very pretty. This is probably one of... This, along with, like, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, probably the prettiest games on this system. Do I still think about the accident? I mean, I don't, but I'm sure Isaac does. On account of his dad died, and then he got beat up by 2 random red and blue dudes. Do you think things would be any different if you'd had stronger abilities? Hell no! We weren't stopping that damn boulder. This is getting kind of weird, Mom. I know this game was from Japan, but let's not be doing this. Are we really all just standing on top of a, like, hay-covered roof? This seems like a terrible idea. How is a mountain the source of alchemy? How does that happen? Like, what does that even mean? Alchemy isn't an energy, it's a, admittedly false, but it was a scientific ideology. You don't have a source of that. Then she fell off the roof and died. The end. Why are you all on the roof? Why could you not have just gotten off the roof to have this conversation? Technically, I blame Jenna, because she was the one who decided that instead of staying down there, this conversation needed to happen, and it needed to happen on the roof. Garrett just followed her after that. Can't blame my boy for that one. Alright, so we've got our party for realsies this time. Shoutouts to the little head nod. You're going to see that a lot in this game. So we got to go see Kraden. He's over this way. Oh, look, there's a familiar face. We live here, dude. The fuck are you doing? Ah, the best way to introduce two characters is to have them just randomly say each other's names at the beginning of sentences. A thing that people definitely do. I guess a little spoiler as well. Later in the game... Oh, I just remembered I need to do something. We're going to go ahead and set... move for both of them on L and R. Later in the game, you get the ability to read minds. It's just a thing you can do. These characters have mind read data for this specific instance, even though it's impossible to have at this point. So it's sort of like how at the beginning of Super Mario RPG, there's psychotherapy or whatever the fuck it's called, the Mallow mind read ability. For Bowser in the very first Bowser fight, despite the fact that literally it's impossible to have that ability there. Anyway, here's Kraden. He's old, and he knows stuff about alchemy. That's really his entire purpose in this story, is to be old and know stuff about alchemy. We're gonna sneak into Soul Sanctum. Look at that little head nod. Look at how much you see that. He just had to go grab his sack. So one of these in here has something. I can't remember which one it is. There it is. So I just wanted to show that off, that yes, you actually can find items in these barrels and random things. There will be an easier way to find out what has stuff in it later in the game. Until then, theoretically, if you're just now playing the game, you just kind of have to check everything, which is annoying. I do not remember where stuff is in this game, but I'm also not going to be checking much until we get to that point. How are you hiding behind that tree? Okay, so... Oops. I forgot. As long as he's in... Yeah. As long as he's on the same sight line as you, even if he's not looking at you, he can see you. So yeah, that's a sneaking portion. You have to sneak by him. Alright, so... this is Golden Sun, and this is Golden Sun proper. And this is why I like Golden Sun significantly more than I like a lot of other RPGs. Despite the fact that I have played quite a few JRPGs on this channel even, it's worth noting that I don't hold JRPGs in the highest of regard in terms of games. The very generic sort of JRPGs where the majority of what you're doing is just text and turn-based battles doesn't really do it for me. The reason I love Golden Sun so much is that it's basically like the turn-based Zelda RPG we never got. Dungeons are very puzzle-heavy. Not so much early in the game right now when we don't have a lot of tools to access... Whoa, that's the game. We don't have a lot of access to tools to really solve puzzles even. But as the game goes on, and especially once, spoilers, we get into the second game, which yes, I will be doing the Lost Age after this. I'm going to be treating it all as one long LP. But once we get to that point... oh wait, actually I think I need to go left first. The game does very much turn into like a Legend of Zelda style puzzle dungeons kind of game, and I really enjoy that. I like having sort of, you know, other things to do rather than just sort of walk from point A to point B. One of my problems with a lot of JRPGs is that puzzles tends to, like, a puzzle just tends to be, nope, I guess not. This was the ending one then, I guess. A lot of puzzles in JRPGs tend to sort of just be go to one place, grab an item, go somewhere, go to another place, put the item in a specific spot, and advance. Which, the irony of that is that that's literally what this puzzle currently is, the puzzle I'm currently doing. But, again, this is early game, not a lot of other things I could be doing. So with that, This is one of the sort of annoying things of the game, though, is that key items, they don't have their own inventory. Any given key item takes up an inventory slot. So, each individual character can carry, I want to say, 18 items? No, 15 items, so it is 5 to a row. So, not just that, like, equipment is also held in your actual inventory specifically. So, like, there is a headpiece, arms piece, body piece, boots, and a weapon. So you end up with 5 pieces of equipment on any given character. So that's, you know, that's 5. That's an entire row of item slots just taken on their own. Oh, this is the wrong... What am I doing? So, this is sort of the dead giveaway that you can move stuff a lot of the times, is that there's a thing showing the limit of where it can move. Also, I didn't actually have to do that. You can physically move stuff too. It's actually faster to use the Psi Energy, although it does take up Psi Energy points to do it. The basic enemies here, the vermin, the bats. Only the bats, as far as I know, have an actual, like, Psi Energy attack, and they can run out of... They only can use it once before they run out of Psi Energy points. Vermin just have, like, an extra strong thrust that they can do, and that's it. Oh, so I should show this off, too. So, these are Psi Energy abilities, magic, essentially. So you see next to Flare, it shows PP, that's the Psi Energy points it uses, 4. It shows an element color, red, for technically it's Mars. And then you see it has this weird little pattern. That's showing the targets for the actual attack. So there's a main target, and then it also damages enemies to the left and the right of the main target, although not as strongly as the main target attack. So if I do this... everything dies. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and run from this fight. I don't want to do it anymore. So doing things like Psi Energy in battle. Oh, my headphones are getting caught on my chair. Doing Psi Energy attacks in battle. Oh, come on, open the chest. Use Psi Energy points. Using, like, move like I did earlier uses Psi Energy points. The most basic way of recovering Psi Energy is just running around. Every few steps, so see I have 15 there. Now I have 16. Every few steps you recover Psi Energy. As the amount of Psi Energy points you have grows larger as you level up through the game. I don't think there's anything else to get here, right? I think... yeah. As... It obviously, just walking around isn't going to do it. So you can stay at inns. Staying at an inn recovers your health and Psi Energy like it would in any given RPG. As well as there are certain points where you can just recover Psi Energy. Like that giant Psi Energy stone at the base of the village. It's this one, if I remember correctly. Nope. been a long time since I did this, so I don't remember which one's the right one. There it is. I knew it was like one off from the end. I just couldn't remember where. Oh, it's not this one. No, wait, it is this one. Is this the one you come to later? Oh, it's a ghost! Ghosts have actual psi energy as well. Ghosts are also, like, stronger against, physical damage than they are against psi energy. This is where the door opens, damn. Sorry for skipping through that level if you wanted to so quickly, if you wanted to see what my bonuses were. Dude, what the hell? Is it really just both of these? Am I crazy? It is just both of these, alright. Shoutouts to the sheer number of times while playing this game, I opened up a menu to use an item and instead healed my character. Because I just auto, like, spammed A and it was just like, ah, here. Why can't I escape from the ghost? It's amazing. It's worth noting that not every, oh, I guess I was wrong. I thought this putting in that thing opened a door over here. I guess it was at one of the other statues. Yep, there it is. Not every, like, animated attack like that is actually a psi energy attack, because you will get the ability to seal psi energy on enemies. I'm just gonna... Let's just go ahead and win this fight, shall we? Some of it is just like a basic ability that enemies have. Shoutouts to herbs. Really want to say no here? Alright, so with that... Actually, I forgot about this cutscene. Sorry. Alright, now with that, I'm actually going to end this part here. The beginning of this game is very story heavy, it's very cutscene heavy, and we've got another big one coming up at the start of this next part. And this video is already, 40 minutes long. I knew the first couple videos are going to be super long. I can't do anything about that, unfortunately. Like I said, cutscene heavy, story heavy. I didn't want to end the video literally 20 minutes in having done literally nothing. Alright. By the way, get used to seeing me do that, like, just as habit a lot. Just spamming save. Because, one, it doesn't auto-set... it auto-sets to no. So, I have a tendency to just constantly be going back to it. that's not for here now. Here, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, like I said, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. In the next part, we'll finish finding all the secrets of Soul Sanctum. We'll go upstairs and we'll hopefully get to start the game proper. But until then, guys, thanks for watching. This has been Pink Reaper signing out.